Still trying to get everything framed up here, and I'm still setting up my laptop so that I can have all this stuff going. But I'm here. I need music. Oh my goodness, I need music. I usually play that from here, so just give me a minute. I'm just setting up now. So I can't see the chat either if you're chatting at me. Oy, oy, oy. I imagine the usual suspects, perhaps, like Melon. She's usually here. Hello. Let me just get set up. I will get these things. Boop, boop, boop. We had class yesterday, so I had all my stuff in my backpack here. Trying to be more organized, but it's so hard. There we go. Also make sure I've got power for my phone. Oh, good. Ah! Oh, nuts. I hate it when that happens. I'm here, I promise. No. Stop it. Things popping up all the time. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, I was going on about my dress and how I had to perform surgery because I put on the entire skirt and forgot to put in these awesome pockets I cut out for them. So I performed a little surgery on the side seam here and I added this pocket. So it has a pocket now on one side. Still needs the pocket on the other side, but I'm setting this aside for now. I have a new sort of thing. I have a clamp now on this so it's not going to be jiggling as much. And I did bring down the camera so that maybe you could have a better close-up shot of the table. I might have to raise it if I'm doing something that takes up more room, like a pattern draft or something. But anyway, I'm right here for now, so I'm just kind of hanging out and chatting. So phew, yeah, okay. I was gonna try to finish this really fast, because I just needed to. Down, calm, there we go. Oh my gosh. I have to redo this now, because I was resetting a hem, or the sleeve cuff, for a friend of mine. What are you guys up to? How you doing? What do you want to see? I can't wait for the new Otome no Sewing book to come. It's going to come next week, so I'm going to be reviewing that on stream, and that's exciting. How about that? Hi, Ben Coco. I said hi to you, but I guess you couldn't hear me when you first said something, so I was really excited to see you. Is this the first time that you said anything in the chat? 'Cause I have a terrible memory, so if you did, then I'm sorry and I don't remember. But it's super nice to have more people here talking to me, chatting. Hooray. Drafting Lolita Key? Oh, like Key Lolita? There is one of those, there is one of the Otome no Sewing that has like Key Lolita in it. Did you guys want to see that? What do you want to see? I'm just doing this for now. I'm not married to this project, so it's okay. Do do be do do. Oof, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I kind of got mussed here. Oh, Ben, thank you. I remember now. Yes, I appreciate very much. Well, thanks for joining me here on Twitch. I am trying to get more people to concurrently view the stream. I'm still like just a few points shy of getting the 3 average viewers for a stream so that I could get the affiliate title. But for now, I'll just keep on keeping on, right? Oh, you're drafting the key right now. Oh, neat. Neat. Is it from Otome no Sewing that you're doing it? Because I remember I was just looking at it too. Which one was that one? Oh, was it in... 11? I know we have the kimonos. Yeah, the kimonos are in that one. Is it 11? That's the wedding dress one, okay. Is it 10? That's military. Ah, here it is. 10. 10 has this one. Is it this one of these that you're doing? Those are so cool. That brocade though, right? Am I right? Yeah, I like those. That is pretty cool. I'm not sure I could pull off sleeves like that. I have fat arms. I have those Italian grandma arms, so I'm flabby. So I don't like sleeveless things. I think it makes me look fat. I hate it. But I do like nice long sleeves because it hides my flab. I hate it. I'm gonna sneeze. I keep sneezing. It's sneezing season. Okay. Hi, Mint! Hello, my minty friend! Hi, how are you? I had class yesterday, I was saying, before you can hear me because my audio was having issues. Only 3 people showed up, but that's okay. I worked with it. We went over things like French seams and flat-felled seams. And then I showed them how to gather, which was fun because this lady, one of the students, she's taking the class because she wants to make her little girls' dresses. And so I'm like, oh, you're in the right class with the right teacher. And she was curious about how to make like cute little poof sleeves and anything with a gather on it. So I showed her the bobbin thread pull method, and she had her mind blown that she didn't know that it was done that way. So after she did that, after she saw that, she was like, oh, that's amazing. So I love sharing knowledge like that. Even it seems simple to me, but when you're first starting out, it's like magic. It's one of the most rewarding feelings, teaching this sort of thing. Let's see. Ben and Coco are my dog's names. Twitch wouldn't accept my name. Oh, so your name is Grace. Well, excuse me, Ben Coco. You are Grace then. Should I refer to you as Grace? Is that more appropriate and more comfortable? So let's see. There was a stream yesterday? No, there was no stream yesterday. I teach class at an actual college. So on Mondays, that's what usually I'm doing. I'm traveling up to Santa Fe, and I teach a 3-hour production sewing class with actual students. Not like you're not actual students, but, you know, students enrolled in a college, that sort of thing. That's what I meant. I'm half Asian, so it's a nod to my Asian culture. And my dad doesn't like to acknowledge knowledge. Oh, that's too bad. Of your past is key. I embrace my culture. That's, you know, I love the key look. I don't think me personally can pull it off. So I appreciate anybody who can. And I love my culture too. Like, I'm very proud of being from Argentina and having a different accent and still being able to speak Spanish. So my mom, however, who is originally a native from Buenos Aires, she is full-fledged American now in the worst possible way. Although perhaps I shouldn't talk of that sort of thing. We just don't agree on politics is all. And so, but I love my Argentine culture. I love asado. I love, well, I love my family. And the tango. I love watching good tango dancers, which was invented in Argentina in the Victorian age. Yeah, I speak Spanish. Totally understand you. Yeah, right. I love sharing those little things too. And you want me to call you Grace? You got it. All right. Let's see. I'm third generation Asian and Haitian American. Wow, that's exotic. That's really, really cool. I love the blending of peoples and cultures. The world is getting smaller and we are all becoming one. Though slowly, it's still happening. It's inevitable. So let's see. Oh, and yes, I speak Spanish. I speak Castilian. Technically, it's unique to Argentina. So apparently, we're the only ones that have the accent that we do. I mean, there's accents particular to every region, but the way we speak Spanish, in our inflection and certain words that we use, are very unique to Argentina. So I only knew this after reading an article about don't learn Spanish from an Argentine, an Argentinian, because our Spanish is weird and alien. But I can communicate, and I like to, if I have to pull it out, I'll pull it out, because it helps in certain situations, especially living in New Mexico, where we are technically a bilingual state. So we have two officially recognized languages, which is English and Spanish. Before we became part of the United States, we were part of Mexico. So there's a lot of Spanish speakers and Spanglish speakers here. It's so funny. Like my boyfriend considers himself non-white. So and he's Latino. But sometimes I wonder, I feel more Latina than he does, than he is, just because I speak Spanish and know that culture and stuff. But his family is originally Mexican. His mom speaks Spanish and we speak together sometimes. So I enjoy being able to speak Spanish to an adult, like parental figure, when my mom's not around. Oh my, I have notifications. Even Portuguese from the different countries is different. Yeah, like Brazilian Portuguese versus Portugal Portuguese. Spanish, I understand more Spanish from Spain than I do like rural Mexican Spanish, but I can, if they speak slowly, I can understand them. Okay, let's see. We got 5 people on. Awesome! I just got a notification from Discord. Aha! Yes. Excitement. You could understand your roommate from Ecuador. Ecuador is pretty good. I understood the Spanish in Monterrey, Mexico. So is that? It's not a capital. It's a major city in Mexico. The capital, I think, is Mexico City, which duh. But and where are you from again, Mint? Curiouser and curiouser. Round and round we go. You know, maybe I should just do this the easy way instead of trying to fight this and like just hem this twice. Oh, you're in Portugal! Yeah, I tried giving Portuguese not very a good effort, but I did try a little bit, and it is so foreign. It's just, I'm not used to it, is part of the problem. It sounds kind of like they're speaking Spanish, but in a French way. It's hard to explain. I'm convinced, though, that proximity to Brazil maybe influenced the Argentinian accent of pronouncing our double L's with a j sound instead of a ya sound, which you hear more in everywhere else in Spanish. I think we talked about that briefly. Maybe. Although that wouldn't make sense because Portugal is also bordering Spain, and so, not sure about that one. Oh, no, 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 no. No. Stab it. I think most people learning Portuguese say the Brazilian one is easier. I don't know. The only thing that I think I can say in Portuguese is pão de queijo, which is cheese bread. And I say that because I really like pão de queijo. Is it queijo? Queijo? See? I'm just so bad. I try. It's really good. Well, you're very flattering. Thank you. Here, let's move you over a little bit so you can see me. I don't know what I'm doing. I do love languages, though. I loved learning Japanese. Japanese is pretty easy in pronunciation. If you already speak Spanish, it's pretty easy to pick up. Since the vowel pronunciation is practically the same. You almost have the U sound like an umlaut, though. So in German, if you got the umlaut down, you can do the U in Japanese. Ku, something like, yeah. To know how to drop the certain vowels when you're speaking a word. Alright, there's one pass. I'm doing this in 2 passes. I thought I could be clever and do the make a rolled hem all at once kind of thing, but it's been fighting me, so I'm just gonna do it the easy way. Took 1 year of Japanese. Yes, pronunciation is so easy, but then the kanji, I can't remember anything. The only kanji I can remember is what I see in the pattern books. That's the limit of my kanji knowledge, but that's, it makes sense since I'm looking at it all the time and I've been able to discern what that means. So I guess recurrence of memorization because of circumstance? That's pretty much how I see that. Alright, let's see if this is going to work. I'm going to fold this over and make sure it's not curling down this way on me. No, I just noticed this. Don't do it, little friend. Don't do it. I need you to be right there. Okay. Just trying to get this project out of the way so that I can continue on with other, more exciting things. Okay. I gotta try not to pull on this. Let's see if we can do it. Like this. That's gonna work. Okay. That's Much better than before. It's a hot mess before. Right. Good. Okay. Yay. Let's do that. Oh. I see. I just realized this was done with a blind stitch. That's okay. Where did that other piece go? This one. Don't do this. No. So, what I'm doing here is I'm working on my roommate's jacket. So she needed the sleeves pulled up a little bit. They were too long. So I'm just redoing the hem on the sleeves. The lining, however, is here. You can see it's done. So you can sort of see this better here this way. Did I not show you guys on the... Oh yeah, well, I hadn't put in the lining yet, but now it's in there. So, lining is in. I have like an extra white panel here for the bib, for the yoke. I don't know why I keep calling it a bib. Yoke, and I put in a pocket on this side. It has pockets. I almost forgot, and I had to reopen it to put this guy in, but it worked out. So, I'm gonna keep working on the dress. It's gonna be almost done. I'm very excited. Almost there. And in the meantime, this has been sitting on this hanger for far too long. So I figured I'll just jump in and try to do this quickly. Oh guys, so guess what? I don't work at the cafe anymore. Remember I told you about what happened last week. So I'm not fired. I may have mentioned, I don't know how much I mentioned. Yeah, pockets. It is a nice jacket. It's a crepe back. It's like a crepe back satin sort of thing. But anyway, I had my little meltdown, and I guess out of a certain perceived sympathy, I guess, I was taken off the schedule over at the cafe for the foreseeable future. I'm not fired, but I've been given a reprieve, and if I wanted to come back, I have the option to do that once I am less stressed and figure things out, so I've been told. So I don't know if I'll be going back there. Maybe if I need to pick up a few hours, I can do that. It is something that I've been given the option to do, but in the meantime, I have time now to work in my studio and teach my class at Santa Fe and try to just be calm and happy by doing the thing that I love most, which is this. I love this. Not so much the alteration thing, but I do love sewing. Ever since I begged my mom when I was 18 to finally show me how to make something that I can wear, I've sort of been in love with it. I've been in love with the idea of it anyway. Just because you're passionate about something doesn't necessarily mean you love to do it all the time. But I do very much enjoy creating something like this. Yeah, being stressed was no good. It was doing me no favors. It's not healthy. And I didn't really find that job very rewarding. It was fun in its way, but after a while, uh-oh. with me, guys. Hello? Yes. Hi, Goyo. Nice to hear from you. Of course. Um, oh my, the 24th of this month. My goodness. Oh no. sorry. I had to take that call. It was one of my students who wasn't able to show up yesterday at the class, and he was just following up with me about why that was. So, sorry about that. I'm back now. I'm trying to finish this thing. He sounds like a really nice guy, and he's just having not a great time right now of life. Life is being life. Do you hate it when that happens? Who is watching Dark Crystal? I must know. I must know which of you are watching Dark Crystal, because, oh my god. That show, man. It pulls at your heartstrings. So, my lovely Omni Prime, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I had to watch some more by myself. So I ended up watching 2 episodes without you. Omni Prime is my boyfriend. You probably already know that, but still. Oh, I had to say something. I feel so bad that I'm like jumping ahead, but I don't think he's into it as much as I am, because I'm like a huge fan of the original film. Anything that Brian Froud was attached to from the 80s, especially Labyrinth, because oh my god, like any child of the 80s, we all had a crush on David Bowie and the Goblin King. That was just a fact. Every girl had a crush on David Bowie as the Goblin King. And I am no exception. Oh my goodness, okay. I just want this to be done. Did the Skeksis scare you as a kid? Because I hear that happens a lot. Oh, just in time. I have something for you.
Oh, my jacket.
Yeah. And I'm on stream, just so you know, but, you know.
I just look like a mess. We're good.
Okay. Try that on.
Oh, the sleeves are a lot better now.
Haha! Success!
Fit.
Good. Now get it away from me. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding! Run away!
Thank you.
You're welcome! Shenanigans. Oh, that's right. I was gonna put in this other pocket. Guess what I have to do? More surgery. How much can you see? So, okay. You can see, like, this is... I can sort of see the screen right now. Sort of a... right here. Okay, coming up, like, this is the edge, almost the edge of the table. So that's not too bad. And then you can see this part, so we're like right here. That's good. Orientation. So, this darn thing. Oh hey, I have my toolbox. Aha! Okay, I got this guy. Love my snips. Love them. Thank you, Grace. I don't know what to say about that, but I appreciate that. That's a very sweet compliment. I try to laugh with sincerity. So when I laugh, I really laugh. I don't hold back. Oh god. Okay, what am I doing? I'm putting in this damn pocket that I totally forgot to put in. Go me. See here. I think I got it right in here. Just gotta be careful with this razor blade. Maybe I can do my trick. I don't know. Let's see if I can do my trick. There's a trick that you can do if you're trying to rip open a seam. Let's see here. You can set it under your presser foot. Check that out. And then you just hold it taut. So it kind of gives you an extra pair of hands. I don't think this is very sharp anymore, though. I think I need a new one. Oh, yeah. Loose threads at the end of the project, right? I know. Oh, that's empty. One's pretty full. A whole bunch of these things. That one's empty. So I have two of these empties. Why are you even in there? And I've got loose razor blades. I don't even know if these are sharp. If they're not, I have to put them in my sharps container. Okay, those are empties. Fun fact. Don't spend money on a thread seam ripper. You can like spend, I don't know, $1.50 on a bunch of these straight razors. And honestly, it's what we use in a lot of professional settings. Especially factories. Come on, is this... Let's see, is that even sharp? Uh-oh. Would you stop trying to get me to restart? Oh. Well, when I laugh, I sound like a donkey. Aw. And on occasion, I've been known to giggle snort. Oh, I snort. I am not immune to snorting. I think I would be scared of using this. Yeah, I know it scares a lot of people, including my boyfriend, who's constantly on my case about leaving them around and using them. He gets nervous when I have one in my hand. But I have to explain, like, I've been doing this for a while. And honestly, it's the sharpest thing that you can possibly use. And yeah, you can... Okay, I got my fabric a little bit, but that's okay. Because I was careless. But if you're careful, it's better than a seam ripper. Seam rippers do get dull, and you can't really replace the blade that's in them. So what do? Nothing, I guess. Let's see, how far do I have to go for this one? Okay, I'm just keeping it there until I can put it under my presser foot. And then I'll just sew maybe a 1/4 inch in. Make sure to take that out before I start. Let's get this there. There we go. guess we can turn this up a little now. Yeah, that's better. What are you guys up to today, everybody? All my friends? What's everybody doing? Did I mention that next week I am expecting the Otomino Sewing number 14 to arrive at my doorstep? Well, technically at the office downstairs, but that is going to be arriving, and I want to open up the box and everything on stream. I am so excited to be the first one to show you guys the new Otomino Sewing book. Me personally, I'm really just excited to see it too. But that's going to be happening next week if all goes as according to plan. I keep checking the order on Amazon Japan to see when it's coming, and it's promising me on the 14th, anywhere between the 14th and the 17th. It should be arriving here. So that's a thing. I think I saw some sneak pics on CGL. Oh, good, Amaris. You just finished your pattern for the key dress. That's awesome. How did it come out? And I don't think I've seen any sneak peeks. Yet, anyway. I just haven't sought them out. Okay. Let's see here. Did I get it all? I'm gonna get to the fun stuff in a minute. I just need to finish these pockets. Just need to make sure. Let's see, pocket. It came out great. I will post a pic on Discord. Hooray! I love progress pictures. Do share. Oh, who was it that got that huge fabric stash? Is she here today? I don't think she's here today. Oh, who was it? Was it Bunny? Bunny Life? life! Oh, hello! Well, that's good. Now I know. It's so hard to tell sometimes when everybody has different names in different places. So my apologies. I'm sorry. Everywhere. Yeah. I try to remain pretty much the same everywhere I go too. I'm either by my name, which is Carol Belle, or I go by Lunar Crystal, which you see everywhere as well. So pretty much anywhere you see Carol Belle or Lunar Crystal, chances are it's probably me. Probably me. How did that come out? Pocket. It has pocket. Alright. This dress has pockets! Finally, I made a dress with pockets and I just had to remind myself to put them in after I already put on the skirt. Everything's fine though. No worries. Alright, this dress has pockets. I'm so excited. I am so excited about this dress. Okay. Close that up. You know, I am curious, what was in number 10? I did the skirt from number 10, and that's on YouTube. So I did this skirt, you see here. I'll show it to you here. Right there, that skirt. It's an A-line skirt. What else does this book have? Oh, it's the Sweet Lolita, with these this front panel, A-line panel, and then the double row of ruffles. Oh hey, I just thought of an idea for your enormous amount of pink lace. Behold Exhibit A. Oh god. This is perfect! No, actually that's not a really good, I mean, pink and white look really well together, but I don't think pink with pink, that's a little overkill. I'm trying to think though. What would be good with that eyelet lace? It would have to be some contrasting trim to something that has a pink of that shade in it. I have some fabric as an idea for you. So let's see. That pink eyelet lace that you have just tons and tons of. Let's see. Let's get this out. I have too much fabric. So I have this. What else do I have that would go well with it? Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Then I have this. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. I have a fabric problem, as you can tell. I mean, this is just 2 out of I don't know how much I've got on that shelf there, but I don't know, coordinating something like that pink eyelet lace that you have just way too much of and something like this might work. I think these are a bit darker, although you do have the shading here that has maybe that kind of pink on it. But it's just an idea. I think actually these are the same print with different backgrounds. Like a creamy background. It's supposed to be cream with, you can barely see, even I can barely see the little white polka dots that go along all around here. Unless I'm like totally mistaken. But then obviously the high contrast of the black field with the pink roses. Should I make something out of this? Wouldn't that be fun? What should I make out of this? I want to make it now. I know. I have a fabric problem, but that's because I got all the fabric from my grandma. Oh, I know. I can't start a new project though. I still have the Catbug Lolita cosplay to do, and then I have this special printed fabric for a returning client that I haven't even drafted the pattern for. So I'm wondering if I have to just bite the bullet and like get started on that this week. I do still have the blouse pattern, don't think I forgot. I will continue with like cutting out the blouse and going over putting it together in the near future, but for now I'm keeping it to just the pattern drafting, which I recorded previously, and that's going to be, you know, after a while I'll have it all done. For now, I really would love to finish this dress so that I can get it off my mannequin and just have it done. Yes, I know, the cat bug. The cat bug must be done. I can't put the trim on the bottom hem here until I close up the sides, or the back part, and I need to put in a zipper. Let's choose a zipper. Let's do that. Lace monster is coming. Okay. All right. I got my box of zippers, of invisible zippers, because I have a problem and I like invisible zippers. I was thinking I could probably just do, this is a regular zipper, no. I think these are all just regular zippers. I could do a lapped zipper. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a lapped zipper. I learned how to put in invisible zippers with lining in the dress, and so like I've been obsessed with doing that ever since. I might have an issue. But here's a nice shade. Oh. I could do that, or I could just go with a straight black. Let's see. What do I even have? And I have a bunch of red. I don't know why. I went a little crazy and I got a bunch of red zippers because they were, I guess, on sale. No, these are all those regular zippers. Or, no, they're not. I once had this crazy idea, because I have all these odd colors of zippers, of just like choosing a zipper and then designing a dress to match the color of the zipper. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Oh, man. We're gonna have to do something about maybe like a ribbon. It needs a little decoration somewhere. What do we do, friends? Well, I don't have black. Do I? I have brown. Yeah, I decided to get like a mixed lot of different colors. Looks like I'm going with that lavender. That should be fine. Guys, I have too much stuff. Alright, we'll be right back. Yes, invisible zippers can look amazing. Okay. We're gonna put in this zipper. And I need a special foot. Let's get the invisible zipper foot. I think I'm looking at it. Yep, sure am. And I need my thingy. Screwdriver. Tiny screwdriver. Tiny screwdriver is tiny. There we go. No, it still has to be a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So actually, I really wanted to catch this on stream because I had a lot of trouble finding tutorials that showed me how to put in an invisible zipper in a dress that had a lining, a full lining. And I figured it out after some trial and error, which I guess is part of my obsession with putting in zippers this way. So, an invisible zipper is something that has this coil, and this is the back of it, and it kind of comes out when you're sewing it in, so that when it's sewn in and all done, it pulls the fabric around it and basically hides the teeth with the tape that it's sewn onto. So what I will do, let's see, where does that land? I think what I want to do is I'm going to take off a very, very small amount at the top. And I'm going to do that while this is together, so that I can have a better evenness of this, so that when I'm matching the stopper, it should line up at the top. That is in theory. Okay, so we snipped off a little bit of the top. Now I'm going to start kind of pinning this in, because I want the stopper to, see, I already have it folded, so it's already creased where it's going to be finished on the neckline. So that's basically where I want my stopper to be sitting, basically right here. So in theory it should be about as much at the top above that stopper as it is in the seam allowance. So I'm going to pin that, the small pin. And I'm trying to decide if I want it to be a little further in. So all of this is overlocked, and I might want to just line up the end of the tape to where the overlock begins. And then I'll attach the lining on the inside to the remaining of this seam allowance. And hopefully I get to show you what that looks like when I do that. So let's see, I'm going to line this up. And I think what I have to do is I'll just have to sew the one side, and then when I'm going to line up the waist seam, I'm going to put this all together, I'm going to zip it up and then mark where the waist seam is aligned, and I'll like shift everything so that it lines up on the waist seam. That way it's not like a waist seam that goes like this. Boy, that's happened way too many times. It took me a while to figure out how not to do that. Okay. Ooh, we got 6 people watching. Hello! All 6 of you. Okay. So, I don't have it all pinned. I'm just pinned at the top so that I have my starting spot. I have my own personal instructions. I'm going to line up the tape with the end of or the beginning of the overlock. I have an invisible zipper foot on the machine. I don't know how much you can see here, but this is an invisible zipper foot, and it has 2 grooves at the bottom that basically pull open the coil that makes up the invisible zipper. And even though it kind of does that on its own, I'm still going to be helping the zipper to stay open while it's being sewn down. So let's see how well I do here. Even as a professional, it can still have issues. Okay, so far so good. Oh, I'm gonna take this out now. I've got a few stitches in, so I'm gonna just kind of pull that open, making sure to line up everything as I go. And there's this groove inside that's kind of pushing it open and allowing it to be sewn right in the crease of the tape. You guys see okay? I don't know how well you can see this. Sorry. Oh, my camera situation. It ended in a bit of failure, but I think I know why. And I just needed the right equipment, which I guess I did not purchase. It wasn't just an adapter that I needed something that actually converted the video. So I have a new item on my wish list right now, and I have to go drop off the thing that I purchased by mistake at a UPS store so that I could return it to Amazon. And hopefully I'll get the replacement thing that's actually twice as expensive. Okay, I'm pulling this and that's not supposed to happen, so just doing our best. But my camera is actually a really nice camera, and so if I can get it to finally work for live streaming, it's going to make a world of difference in how much detail you guys can see, which I'm really, really excited for. I want you guys to be able to see really crisp lines on the pattern drafting. I want you guys to be able to see the sewing too in detail, because I don't know exactly how well you can even see what I'm doing right now. So hopefully with some adjustment in equipment, we can finally get it working. That's the hope. Okay. Kinda got this going here. I think this is a 24-inch zipper that I'm using, so I'm going to be using the entire length of it. At least, let me see. I don't know if I should use the entire length. It doesn't need that much. I guess until it looks good. So I just need enough give below the hip line to be able to open up the dress. So I might stop maybe an inch or two above the bottom of the zipper. Okay, we'll stop there. That looks good. Okay, so from here, I am going to, let's see here, I'm gonna try to line this up. Let's see how well I did. Let's see what that looks like. It looks pretty good. If it's a little bit of lavender from the zipper that's peeking through, that is okay. Yeah, that seems like it's gonna be fine, especially when I press this down. It's so easy to work with this fabric because it's a quilting fabric. It's meant to be pressed and handled a lot. So from here I'm going to be marking, let's see. I'm going to be marking here. Let me get my marking stuffs. That's where the waist seam is, so you can sort of see where I marked it right here. And then here is where I stopped, so I want to be sure that I mark this stopping point. So it's right here. So now when I'm lining this up, I'm going to make sure that this waist seam mark lines up with the waist seam on the other side. So we need to make sure this is turned inside out. And it should all line up the way it is on the other side. Make sure this stays here. And also I'm going to need just a moment. I'll be right back. And we're back. Oh, we have a new person on the Discord server. Hey, Sophie, 21. Welcome. Welcome if you're watching the stream right now. Hello. Hi, don't steal my chair. Cat. Cat! Alright, we're gonna start at my mark that I made at the bottom. Hello! Lady Kyra, welcome! We're just putting in a zipper. It's super exciting. And then I'm going to show you what I do to put in the lining with a zipper. I don't know about you, but I was super excited when I figured it out. So maybe it's interesting. It like upped my professionalism in my dresses to 11. I'm like, wow, now it looks like I'm really knowing what I'm doing. It's a great feeling. Invisible zipper! Hooray! Alright, we're gonna roll that back. Oy, 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 oy. There it is. There it is. Got it. Did I get it? I did see once that there was like something you could do in pressing open the coil. You could press open the coil to keep it open while you're sewing it. It just means that you have to like press it back closed, which I don't know about you, but I find that to be a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm gonna move, up. Need to match my mark. I think it's there. Okay. Where's my pedal? Okay, got a couple stitches in, pulling that pin out. Hello, Jet Set Geometry, welcome back. Hi, it's the whole gang today. This is so exciting. My goodness. I may be a little more excited than I should be, but I am excited that all of you are here, so I can't help it. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have backstitched. Okay. Backstitched. Always back tack. Sewing is dope. It sure is. You guys are awesome. Oh my god. Alright, so I've been thinking for a little while about if I have enough people in the chat at one time, like, that's kind of cause for celebration. Shouldn't I celebrate with having like a little giveaway or something like that? What would you guys like to see as a giveaway? Because I have so much fabric, and especially like awesome scraps that are big enough to make cute things with. Like I could make tote bags or hair accessories like headdresses or bows, and like I just have a million buttons and just so many spools of ribbon. It's a little bit nuts in here. So what would you like to see for like a giveaway? Tell me your thoughts. Oh, hey Sophie. Hello, welcome to the stream, and you love my sewing videos. That makes me feel so good. I am so happy every time somebody tells me that they love what I do. I'm just like, I love what I do too. I'm so glad you appreciate it. Thank you. I want to show the blouse tutorial very, very soon. I don't know how long you were here for that conversation, but I did mention it earlier in the stream today that I did the pattern drafting, and then soon I want to do the construction of a blouse. I also had an idea of showing you guys the difference between something from the Otomino sewing books that might be plain. You know, you look at it, it's like, that's cute, but it's, you know, there's something missing to it. And I wanted to break it down so I could show you the elements of the design part of the process. So you can make the basic shapes, but what makes it truly unique and like really elegant Lolita? And I have so much trim and the buttons, like I mentioned, all that stuff. So I wanted to show you like what kind of elements you can add to a basic Lolita dress. Like I'm making a pretty basic one right now just because I wanted something low-key to wear, but how do you up that? How do you make it like superb? And I can show you the different kinds of trims that I use, that you can use and purchase, which I have on the Discord, to make your Lolita special. So the design process and decorating, embellishment basically. So you can make it, but it's really all the embellishing that makes it super special. All right, so we got our seat. Oh, no, you're eating it. You're eating it. Stop it. You probably don't have enough fabric for me. I've got to reupholster a couch. Oh God. Oh jeez. That's quite a feat. I can do reupholstering, I just haven't really done it. I'm sure I've seen videos on how it's done and I'm like, yeah, alright, I get the concept. I haven't had the chance to actually do it though. There is something I'd like to share with you if you like the idea of reupholstering, or if you want to see somebody absolutely phenomenal at everything. There's a new show, and she had a Netflix show for a while, Christine McConnell. She has a new YouTube show that she's starting with a Patreon fundraising and stuff like that, called From the Mind of Christine McConnell. And her first video was taking an old, like, vintage pull-out couch and basically completely reconstructing it to suit her aesthetic. And she does everything. She not only reupholsters it, but she does the woodworking and the carving. This thing is like amazing, and I have no doubt that she does it all herself, because I read her wiki and apparently she's very well versed in lots of different crafts and hobbies, including editing, shooting and editing her own videos. And it's highly well produced. It's really not that hard. Yeah, it's like getting the right equipment and materials for it that's the thing. It just makes it expensive after a while. You have to get tacks, I think, and it's time consuming. In any case, good luck with your project. I kind of don't envy you. Foam and batting and lots of fabric, yeah. Are you gonna get some UV resistant? UV resistant fabric? Lining up perfectly. Well, look at that. I did it right. No. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. No, I'm getting cheap fabric. Well, more power to you. It's probably what I would do too, because I'm cheap. like quilting fabric for my dress is kind of cheap. Although quilting fabric isn't always that inexpensive, is it? In any case, I know what you mean. And I empathize. Okay. I think this worked. Let's turn this inside out and see. I'm gonna pull this all out. Jump rope with the zipper at the bottom because it's still not closed. Here we go. The Put that all in there. Okay, so first part of the zipper is done. Also, I should probably move this out of the way because it can live there. Okay. Let's see here. So excited about this cute dress with pockets. And also, I have been sitting on this fabric for ages. Like literally years, and I haven't done anything with it. So finally I get to do something. And before I put in the lining, I just wanted to make sure that it lined up there. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's kind of a little bit deviated, but it's not terrible. There you go. It's going to be folded down like this, and voila! We have a zipper, an invisible zipper. Okay. So, step 1 complete. Now, we're going to put in this lining around the zipper. Let's do it! I am excited. Basically, we turn the whole thing inside out, inside out. So we work on these sides first. It's always easier to do it before you close up either the side seam, or in this case it's the back seam. And I'm going to be sewing the lining. See how, can you guys see how this is kind of configured right now? So I have the zipper here. I have the lining pulled all the way out. And this is the seam that we're going to be meeting together. So here's the neckline. And we just turned it all the way inside out. And I'm going to be closing it up at this little bit that I left open at the neckline. And then down to maybe a little bit below where I stopped it on the shell fabric. And then the magic happens. It's gonna be a sexy couch. That's awesome. Go through all those rolls they have sitting outside in the fabric store. I'm not gonna be picky. Yeah, that's pretty smart. I'll make it work. Couches need a metric butt ton of fabric. Yeah, they do. Like yards and yards and yards of it. Okay, so I'm not going to worry too much about matching up the seams here, but if all went well to begin with my seam allowances, the inside lining at the waist should, in theory, match up with the waist seam of the shell fabric. We shall see. We shall see if I did my maths correctly. I need a different foot for this. Let's see what we got. Yeah. So I have this little guy that was advertised as a piping foot / zipper foot, and it attaches to the shank of my machine here, my home machine. Somewhere I have the original, like I know I put it in a safe place, and when I put it in a safe place, it's safe even from me. So the shank that actually goes with this machine is probably somewhere within reach. I just don't immediately see it. So I'm going to use this one that already has kind of a shank attached to it, or an attachment to the shank. So I don't have to try to find the other thing. We'll see if this one works. There might be a reason why I don't use this one very often. I don't recall using it often at all. It has a slide on it. It slides over. So if I needed to adjust it, it does this thing where I can loosen it up here, and then this part slides over wherever I might need it. So what I'm going to need is something that hugs the inside of the zipper while I'm sewing the lining onto it. Let's see if we can do this. Take it one side at a time. Okay. In theory, this should work. I'll come back up and close it so long as I... Oh! Ooh, my needle would break immediately. See, there might be a reason why I didn't use this one. Yep. There might be a reason. Maybe this needs to be tightened. Might be something that I needed to do. You think? But I can see why this is advertised as a piping foot, because it really hugs the little bit of bulk that I can feel right here that's the zipper coil. And it also has a problem with making sure the feed dogs actually get the fabric fed through the machine. But anyway, I digress. Let's try this thing. Oh, phew, 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 phew. Let's try to get a better angle. I don't know. I don't know things. Where are ya? I can see like a tiny little screen on my monitor over there, and I'm not sure what the angle's like for you guys, so I apologize. Let's see, the coil is there. Okay, alright. So far so good. That's what I do, put things in such safe places that I forget where I put it. Oh, I know, I do it all the time. All the time. So safe though. You know, in case robbers come in and are looking specifically for that thing, well, they'll never find it, because even I can't find it. I mean, right? Jeez. Alright, so it seems so far the lining and the shell fabric are matching up at the waist seam, so long as I keep that pinched together, and I'm going to just see if I can align this properly. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, it's bunching. There might be a reason why I don't use this foot very often. Okay. Still trying though. All I want is to attach this thing. Oh my god. This foot. Why did I do this to myself? This is why we need two hands to do this. stuck there. Oh my god, for goodness sake. Really? Did I not snip these threads? Well, that's annoying. Uh-oh. Did we lose something? Yeah, I think we lost something. The tension, this tension suddenly on the bobbin, went kind of haywire. Why though? I still have thread on there. You know what? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. Oh, poopers. Poopers, scoopers. Where did it go? Where did it go? Would I have put it in the obvious place? Because it doesn't look like I did. Would I have... Alright, Carol's gotta look for her thing. Kind of getting tired of this. Ah! I did put it in the obvious place. Well, look at that. Alright, I'm gonna get ye old normal zipper foot. Cause screw this thing, jeez. I don't know what's going on. Well, hello, Mint. Welcome back. I was just lamenting over this. I purchased this piping foot, zipper foot thing, and it's such a piece of crap. It's like, every time I pull it out, I'm like, oh yeah, I have this thing. I don't use this very often. I wonder why. I'll just try it. And like every time I do, which has been a handful of times now, I try it. I'm like, oh, that's why I don't use this thing. It's like I forget. I have such a short memory. Okay, let's try this again with the standard edition zipper foot that usually comes. The invisible zipper foot is really cool. That's what I have here. I have this one that actually attaches to the shank, but I do have the one that detaches and adds it, the clip-on kind. I have two. I have like two of everything. Don't ask me why. Okay, that should be a little better. And then, jeez, like the bobbin thread just went a little crazy down here. But it's okay, it's just the lining that we're doing, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, regular zipper foot, don't do me any wrong here. So this is happening. I bet this is gonna work perfectly, and I don't know why I tried using anything different. As is often the case, like, why did you experiment now? Why did you choose now to, like, try a new thing? Tried and true, just stick with what you know. Okay, so I went about a centimeter, no, not even, like a half a centimeter below the ending line of the shell fabric when attaching the lining. So I forget if it's like you leave the line for the shell higher than the lining or the other way around. But anyway, okay, we got this. It makes really perfect invisible zippers. You know what else makes really perfect invisible zippers? Because I have a zipper foot for it. My Juki. Right over there. My baby. That thing sews like a dream. I love that thing. Okay, why did I do that? Okay, so now, inside out, truly, we have sewn in the lining to the tape of the zipper. Oh, and I haven't finished finishing this edge either, so I should probably do that. No. Okay. Should be good. Let's turn this inside out, shall we? See what it looks like. It's a bit of a puzzle piece at this point. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna turn this in and turn this in this way. Well, I guess we should do it this way. Cool, and the stopper's right at the top where it needs to be. The lining is just a little bit further away from the coil itself, and then the shell fabric is like pretty much meeting the edge of the coil right there. So that's one side of the zipper done. Now we gotta do the other side. I should probably leave it turned out like this. Oh my god, what did I do? Here it is. So while I'm working on the other side, oh. Somehow I'll get this. There it is. Oh yeah, this needs to be this way. Okay. The zipper is on this side now. We need to turn that so that the right sides of the lining and the dress itself are together. And actually I'm very happy that this lined up pretty nicely on the waist seam. I just hate doing the other side. It's always a mess with all the fabric. I know. It can be challenging. Okay, now with the proper zipper foot, and I'm going to go across the top here to close the neckline. that we left open earlier. No, no, don't do it. I hate it when that happens. Dethreads, because it's not long enough when I'm putting it down. God damn it. Oh man. Stay. Okay, here we go. We got this. We got this. Ugh. Ugh. This here. Make sure this is all straight. There's that stopper. Okay. Oh, I just realized you might be able to see better if I tilt this. Hey. I did. Ooh, right on target. Wow, that was lucky. Couldn't see that mark, but made it. Check that out. Okay. I'm so close to this dress being done. So close. Okay. Now, to make sure that this Great. Okay, the zipper and the lining are in. Check that nice finish out. Now I should probably press this before I try to do anything with it. But I think it'll close pretty nicely. Let's find out. Hey, look at that. Oh, it's even on the top. At the waist seam here. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Alright. Look at that, huh? Ooh-ee. Very nice. Very nice. I'm very happy. Very happy with this. Yes. Messing with the webcam. Let's see. You know what? I just want to say, you guys are pretty awesome for sticking with me. I see there's 6 viewers right now, and sorry. And that is super exciting for me because I don't think I've had quite so many viewers all at one time, pretty much consistently watching. So hello to everybody, and again, thanks so much for being here. If I can show you anything, like I will stop what I'm doing and show you a thing. I have all the Otomino sewing books if you want me to just break one open and talk about them. I have a lot of the Goth Lolly pattern books too, and a lot of the Gothic Lolita Bibles as well, up to where they finished at number 63. Ugh, I was thirsty. Sorry. Oh my. I have a soda stream, so I just drink gallons of this stuff. Just soda water. Even your cat agrees that your dress is very nice. Yes, they love my dresses so much they sleep on them. So you're right. Oh, golly. Alright. Well, that's done. Then I could probably just keep the zipper foot on while I'm closing the insides. Probably will need that. So I'm going to be closing the inside of the shell and then also separately the inside of the lining here. Which the ending of the stitching is just below, so I wonder if I was right about my estimation of where it should go. Oh, and you should be able to see this. Like, what am I doing? Okay, here we go. So I'm opening this up just to check. Yeah, so it's the lining is supposed to dip down just a little bit below the shell fabric so that it has enough room for the what is that thing called? The pull? No, this is the pull. The shoe? I don't remember what the term is for that zipper part. Somebody, quick, tell me. I'm dying to know. Wow. That even lines up perfectly at the bottom hem. This is all lined up here. That's really good. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Ugh. Back to this. I'm almost done. Almost done. Gotta pull this open a little bit more so I have some give here. So I need to start closing it just above where it ends. Let's see if I can do this. Should I do this on the other side? Maybe it should be on the other side. Oh, hi, Cal. Oh, hi there. Are you making your home? Oh, no, that's Kara. Kara, really? Yeah? Yeah? You wanted to be there? You just wanted to be close to Mama? Oh, so sweet. Doesn't it get a bit bulky on the waist seam? It does, but it's not really an issue. That's just kind of the way. That's just kind of the way it is. Pretty much every other dress that I've ever constructed that has a zipper like that is just the same thing. It just has that little extra bulk, and it doesn't really get in the way. So I'm going to try my darndest to keep this together. To kind of shimmy this under my foot here. Here we go. Just lift it a little bit. And make sure this is kind of lined up on this side. And that's going to end up... Oh, no. Oh, I caught it. Oh, I caught it before it did the thing. Little fucker. Sorry, I cursed like a sailor. You'll have to excuse me. I was a sailor, so that probably didn't help. Oh, hey. It is a zipper pull. It is a zipper pull? Awesome. Great job, Amaris. It looks beautiful. Got to see your picture on the Discord. Alright, back stitch. It's gonna have a little bit of a pocket, but not an issue again. We're gonna just kind of go in here, and now we should be clear. Up. Okay, we're okay. I still feel this dress might need like a waist tie or a belt or something. I keep fluctuating in weight, so I'm not actually sure if I'll have room or if it'll just fit snug on me. And I'm too afraid to measure myself. Okay, so there's that. I still have thread in there, so I'm okay. Okay. Let's see. I find this part the hardest to do. Do you have any tips? Should I try to sew the end of the zipper closer to the edge of the fabric so the seam will be 1 centimeter at the end instead of a bit more? Not sure what I said is easy to understand. Do you mean when you're applying the zipper the first time to the shell? Or do you mean about what I'm doing right now, which is closing up the rest of the seam? So just to clarify, yeah, I want to understand you. I want to be able to answer your question. So let me know what you meant. I did try to put the zipper pretty much right where the seam is. Oh, what I'm doing right now. Okay. So I started the closing a little bit above where I ended putting in the zipper. So it's got like a little bit of a gap there. Let's see what it looks like right now. So I'm curious to see. Really, Cara? I am going to kick you out with water if I have to. I will spray you. You will be sprayed. So let's see what this looks like. So I did the shell. So here is, so you can't really even tell too much. I really should press this. Okay. So here's the dress. We're gonna pull down the zipper. And this is now where it stops. So it has just a tiny pocket, but you can't really see it. Should I try to put the zipper closer to the edge so when you're closing the fabric, it doesn't make a gap or a pocket? The zipper itself, or do you mean the zipper foot? Because what I did when I had the zipper foot in there is I tried to keep it as close as possible to the original stitch line of where I put in the zipper so that it kind of matched a little bit, so that there's a space between where I stopped and started, but there's no space in the width of where the stitch line for the zipper is and where I started closing it for the rest of the seam. So it's got like maybe this much as opposed to this much. The zipper itself, so well, the zipper itself I have lined up right to the edge of the fabric. It's just at the end. I really don't know how to explain what I mean. I'm sorry, I am trying to understand so that I can answer your question properly. I'm trying. I'm just gonna close up this lining now. Ugh. You know what, Cara? You can't be on there right now. Get down. That's right. Okay. Let's do this. Do this bit right here. I was just trying to think of a way to make a minor pocket, I guess. Yeah, a little gap is going to happen regardless, unless you have special equipment. So I'm just using what I've got, and just having the zipper foot helps a lot. Yeah, a lot of the things that they do in factories, I may have mentioned before, is usually only achieved by having very special machines that do just that one job. And we're able to replicate certain things, for example, like a buttonhole, which they would use a dedicated buttonholing machine. to create that sort of effect, or to even put on buttons. Nobody sews on buttons by hand in a factory. Everything is done by an automated machine. There are videos on YouTube that show you how buttons, for instance, that have 2 holes in them, you can actually replicate that exact function on a home machine. It's the little blue and clear presser foot that comes with usual home machines, and you can set a little button in there and set a zigzag stitch with 0 motion forward to sew on a button real quick that has 2 holes in it. They have a special machine to add on a shank button, so nothing's really done by hand. So yeah, so for things like setting in a zipper in a certain way, they might have a special machine that's got a very specific angle to reach into small crevices like that and really minimalize the gap between a zipper and the lining or the shell or whatever. And that's just how it is. So all we can do is do our best as home sewing technicians. But that looks done. Let's see what it looks like. There it is. And there it is, closed on the inside with a little bit of a gap underneath. So it has room. And it is now fully lined and closed. Oh, this looks great. This looks great. So, I can't wait to put on the buttons here. That's gonna be really nice. Those cute little heart-shaped purple buttons that I have. I'm gonna put some on the cuffs as well. And that's gonna look super cute. And then I have to now put in my sweet, sweet trim that I already ruffled and everything. So I'm gonna press this open. Thank you, Mint. Oh, let's see. So nice to have more people on the Discord. And I'm excited to see your key Lolita, Amaris. That sounds awesome. I'm really excited. Oh, where is that iron? Oh, found it. Yeah. Yep. Found it. Okay. So let's move some stuff aside. Also, we're gonna throw those away because we don't need them. Those here. I have all these feet just kind of hanging out. Did you guys see my new scissors? I got scissors. These are some gingers. I don't think I've ever owned a pair of gingers before. I have my Kai scissors, my dressmaker shears, but I think they were sharpened badly and they may have been ruined. I got them used for $30 though, and I got it a long time ago. Never get your scissors sharpened by a knife sharpener. They have to specifically be scissor sharpening tools that they use. Otherwise, the angle is going to be all wrong, and it'll ruin your scissors. Okay, let's do this. Got my neat sleeve board to use to lift up the hem of the dress. That, do the lining now. Looking good. I also want to do the zipper itself. Let's just get this all settled. This sleeve board is a lifesaver. It really, really is. It makes a huge difference. Looking good. Okay. This aside. My cat is so talkative. Oh gosh. Set that there. How's everybody doing? We doing good? Oh, do I get to do this? Do I get to do this now? I get to put on the sparklies. Sparkles! This is gonna be hard. I'm looking at this going, it'll look good, but it's not gonna be easy. So I think I need my little even feed foot again. Really? Down. I love you. I really do, but get down. Get down. Thank you. Thank God water is harmless, but gets their attention. Gosh. Oh, what am I doing? I'm putting on my even feed. That's what I'm doing. Okay. You guys still have some? It's gonna look so cute! I know! It's gonna look awesome! Oh, this stuff though, it's so springy. Okay. Sparkly side. We're gonna put this on the inside, the lining of the skirt. Trying to figure out. Let me see. I'm gonna look at one of my old dresses real quick just to see how they did it, so that I can replicate that. looked at some of my official brand dresses, and a lot of the time what they don't do is put the lace on the lining. Instead, the lining has a rolled hem. So I'm going to do that too. Instead, the trim is also on the outer shell most of the time. So I'm going to do that. I have the Secret Garden from Baby the Starshine Bright, and I have just a whole bunch, and a lot of the time, yeah, it looked like the lace was not sitting on the lining itself, or if it had like a layered look, well, I have another dress from Bodyline that just has like chiffon as a liner, but the wrong side is facing the body. It's not fully lined. So the chiffon is not a lining. And then over that is like a floral print. So yeah, I'm just gonna try, I'm gonna replicate what they did. Oh, I did not press the rest of my skirt seams open. I'm gonna have to work with that. I'm not gonna do that right now, okay? Okay. But I will turn this inside out so I can get this so that the inside is the right side. I like to sew with the right side inside a circle like this. It seems to be the easier thing to do when I'm doing things like setting a sleeve or putting on a trim like this. I'll turn it inside out and I'll sew like this. Instead of trying to like say if this was the outside and then I'd have to like shuffle around. It's already like kind of all splayed out for me. So let's see, where's that zipper? Right here. So I'm gonna start at the center back. Did I not? No, that's not the zipper, that's the pocket. Ugh. Can I get my bearings here? Here's the zipper. Okay, we're gonna start at the zipper. The center back of the seam. Okay, so I'm gonna put on this floof. Let's start with an edge here. I'm gonna make sure that the sparkly side, when I turn it this way, is gonna be facing up. So the sparkly side is the right side, and it's right sides together as per usual. And because it's already ruffled, I kind of do this thing where I will start where the gather is here, and I'll sort of move it up into the seam here and start it like that. So when it falls, it has like this curve, and then when it's overlapped, it sort of curves into itself again. So let's do this. We're going to start it like this. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to just try to gather it a little bit. That straight edge. And there's a tool that I saw when I saw a documentary about how Baby the Starshine Bright makes their stuff from start to finish. The lead designer, she goes by Mama-san. I guess she's the lead designer, so she's the mama. And I saw her using an awl and gathering the lace as she went. Let's see if I can show you what I saw. Here's what I ended up seeing in this documentary. Can you see that okay? Let's see, where are you? There you are. Let's get a close-up of this. Yeah, I managed to get one. I got a copy of it a long time ago, and I'm not supposed to share it, but for research purposes, I got it, and I watched it a lot because I loved their method and I feel like that sort of technique should be shared. It really should. Like, everybody, why don't we have more independent Lolita designers out there? Why is this information so secretive? It shouldn't be. In any case, I learned a lot about their process, and so this is kind of what I saw her doing. She was just kind of gathering it with the end of an awl and pushing it under as she went along. I think I've seen people do this before. I never gave it too much credence, but it has come in handy sometimes. The only problem is sometimes you want a random ruffle, and if you're doing it this way, you're really only going one way. Like, if you wanted more variance in your gather, it'd probably be easier to use a shirring foot. It's called. Kind of have a little bit of a loose bit here, but we'll work with that. It also helps to use an awl like this to keep the fabric down, especially if it's so springy. Alright, so here I'm going to do a little bit of that technique just to keep it gathered more. Okay. I love learning. I love learning too. I like to know more about the brands and how they do stuff. Yes, me too. I also see some people doing it like that, but that means you need to have a lot and just keep sewing until you reach the end. Yeah, exactly. So I think she was doing it, Mama-san, that is, for Baby the Star Shine Bright. She was making a sample. She drew her design, she patterned out that design, and then chose her lace, and then while the lace was still on the board, she was unrolling it as she went along, and just gathering it and going until she reached the end of the seam. So it was really just a sample. It wasn't like a pattern. But honestly, after I saw that, I'm like, that's a really good idea. I have a bunch of lace. I don't need to measure anything out. I'll just use up until I reach the end of the seam, and then I'll cut it off and finish it up, and there you have it. Makes it much easier. After this is done, I think I'm going to add another cone to my overlock machine. And I'm going to do a 4-thread finish on the hem here before turning it up and finishing the hem itself. I think I might add a line of that same rose Venice lace to the hem just to cover up the stitches. So this is going to be a little bit of a time-consuming thing. It's very, very fiddly. Let's see. How's that? My hand might be in the way, so I'm trying. I'm trying here. I want to show you what I'm doing. I gotta cut off these threads. I have another Baby the Star Shine Bright DVD where it's mostly just following Misako Aoki and the other famous model, I think Kira. And they do like a collaboration. And, oh no, Midori. Not Midori. Yeah, Midori. As well. So Misako and Midori get to choose like the color fabrics, and there's like an entire process of consultation and all that fun stuff that I enjoyed watching. I'm like, yeah, I wish I could do that. Like, have people so interested in buying my work that they come in for a consultation and pick out their fabric, and then I make them their thing. I mean, I kind of already do that a little bit, but it was so exciting to see a legit Lolita brand. I mean, not that I'm not a legit Lolita brand, I'm just not one of the major brands. I'm just an independent brand, and that's the truth. But I watch those videos because I want to learn, I want to be at that level, or I want to like try to achieve that level. If I at least try, then I figured that's close enough. I don't have the resources that Baby has, obviously. Okay, we're gonna cover that up a little bit. Gather this a little bit more up here. Put that right underneath. Okay, we'll keep Phew-ee! A lot of ruffles. So many ruffles. Need more. Okay. Here we go. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where did you go? Behind this? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. You want to see the inside of of a brand dress? Well, I can accommodate you. I happen to have one of my favorite dresses is the Secret Garden. Oh no, I also have my prized possession of Victorian Maiden. I have a Victorian Maiden. I forget the name of the print itself, but it's like a garden sort of chiffon thing. And that was the first time that I saw like legit tailored lining in a dress like that, and I was in love with the technique, and I'm like, how do I do this? I must know. Of extreme concentration right now. Yeah, Victorian Maiden is beautiful. I want to make some dresses and skirts heavily inspired by Victorian Maiden. Well, I like to lurk on the Lolly Library, or is it the Law Library? And they have pictures of basically everything that was released from any of the major brands. It's a really nice archive of previous designs, and I have gone on there and downloaded just about as many pictures of Victorian Maiden stuff that I loved so that I could eventually replicate them. That's a life goal right there. I want to replicate Victorian Maiden. They're not around anymore, if I understand correctly. Mary Magdalene also went under. They just didn't have the right marketing and strategy to keep up with the world. Because their sizes were one size. And the rest of the world is not tiny Japanese sizes. Like a medium, I'm a medium, and a large fits me barely. In the Otome no Sewing books. Which is why I did this in a large size, so. And I am not very big. I know I've gained weight, but geez. It almost seems like they were trying to force a certain kind of clientele by keeping the availability and accessibility of their products to mainly just Japan, because you had to go through a shopping service to order anything of Victorian Maiden, and the fact that they only offered one size, like their small size, is almost like they were trying to say, if you're too large for our dresses, too bad, you don't belong in our dresses, sort of idea, and I hate that. I really hate that. I want everybody who wants to dress like this should be able to dress like this. It doesn't matter what their body type is. It just upsets me. Yeah, so one of my ideas was not just replicating Victorian Maiden, but replicating them in larger sizes. Because they're so pretty, and, you know, everybody should be able to enjoy them. Almost there. Oof. The floof is real. Bear with me. Bear with me. Remember when I mentioned that Lolita dresses are expensive, and if you get one cheap, it's probably a lie? Well, look at how much time this is taking. Ugh, come on. So close. Well, at least handmade Lolita. I mean, this is what we have to contend with, so... If you look at my dresses, and you wonder why they're priced the way that they are, well, you're bearing witness to the amount of time it takes for me to just put on this one line of ruffles. And everybody who does this, who prices a dress like this at $35 or something ridiculous, they are way underselling themselves. I'm so close! Yes, I can finish it! I will be there. I will do this thing. Oh, I can see the finish line. I see it. It's within my grasp. Brand shirts are so expensive, even secondhand. Well, yeah. Do you see the detail that goes into them? I mean, if you want a plain blouse, it's, you know, it's just plain, that's fine. If you want something with a little more pizzazz, well, you're going to be paying for it. Or you can sweat and toil and do it yourself and have more respect for why it's priced the way that it is. And then maybe realize that you can make a profit. And then realize that's probably a bad idea, because then you'll be crying all the time. Looking very nice. Oh, I'm almost there. I'm almost to the end. Okay, so here's where I get to do my little overlap thing. So I overlap it, and then I bring the bottom edge kind of up. Let's see. Get to the overlap right about here. So then what I'm doing is, instead of coming this way, I'm coming this way. And I'm going to kind of continue a little bit with the gather. Set it in. It's right here. cry. Why did I do this to myself? Oh my god. Oh god, it's so painful. Oh, Jesus. What? How far was I? I think I just need to laugh hysterically for like 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm gathering my thoughts. I'm kind of on autopilot right now. This is what I need to do. I guess I'm gonna do it. Everybody can relate, right? Everybody knows about the pain of running out of bobbin thread. Especially after doing that. Like, you're just trying to get through it, trying to get through the end, you're almost there, you're just about done, you're done, and guess what? Like, way back there, you totally ran out of bobbin thread and you didn't find out until you finished. So, god damn it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Making damn sure it's a full bobbin this time, or so help me. Woosa. It's a significant amount. It's not entirely small, but at least it wasn't the whole thing. I did 3 bobbins for the project I'm working on, so I don't have to keep stopping to make a new one. That's pretty smart. A factory technique is because we have on the Juki, the side is the bobbin winder, and you just engage it while you're sewing. So unlike a home machine, it doesn't disengage the sewing function. So while you're sewing, you can be winding a bobbin at the same time. So if you end your bobbin, you have one already ready to go. And then you just switch them, set up your bobbin, keep going, keep sewing, and then eventually that bobbin's gonna get filled up, and by the time you need it, it'll be there waiting for you. You just kind of keep going in that cycle. So you don't have to stop and ruin your machine by going 1,000,000 miles an hour trying to fill a bobbin. Pretty neat little trick. will tell me when I'm out of bobbin thread way too early and stop stitching. Ugh, see, those are the fancy ones. Did we talk about if it was a Bernina or Husqvarna? Something like that, one of the fancy ones that do that sort of thing? A Viking? The struggle is real. Just want to finish. Urgh. Oh my god. Bernina. Bernina's great. Just runs out and doesn't say a word. Oh boy. Well, I have just this much of my ruffle left, so that's cool. I'll snip this off. Think about finishing this edge. See what it looks like. Let's find out what it looks like. So, let's see over here. It's got a little bit of a thing happening, but that'll be relieved. cute. I'm gonna put it on the dress for him. Get it over here. Hi, Cara. Holy crap, is it already like a half hour to 4? That's crazy. Now it's not pressed. Well, there seems to be a lot of room in this, but point is, will it fit me? And that's what I want. A little divot there. Ah, cute. What do you think? See that all right? Got sparkles. Yeah, the Juki Industrial makes a huge difference. You know, I thought I turned that off. Stop it, computer. Stop. Oh, that's why it's because of the exposure.
Ecstasy is a street name for the drug methylenedioxymethamphetamine, MDMA, and methamphetamine.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with this. So next, of course, I'm going to put on buttons here, buttonholes and buttons on the cuffs. So they close like this. Nice plackets on here. We have this beautiful invisible zipper with a full lining, right? Nicely matched up here where the waist is. Now there is a little bit of a thing happening. That's my fault. You might be able to just steam that or press it or something, but usually the way I overlay it doesn't have this issue. So in any case, it is practically done. I need to overlock right here on the inside where I attached this. I'm going to overlock this. Oh no, I'm going to do a double roll, a roll hem, so that it's hidden. And then I'm going to put some swing tacks on the lining to the side seams so that it won't shift up when I'm wearing it. Swing tacks are something I can show you next time too. For now though, that's really all I've got. Although, I think somebody mentioned that they wanted to look at the inside of a brand dress. We do have a little bit of time, and since I'm not going to dive right into another project or finish this right now, would you like to see the inside of a Baby Starshine Bright jump skirt? I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is probably one of my absolute favorite pieces. Let me get the table on here too so you can see. I'm going to pull this off the hanger, put that aside. Let me check this. Is this it's not ripping, is it? No, it's just right there. Okay. So this dress has got to be Probably my absolute favorite dress. So this is made, I mean, it's usually always polyester because in order to get this kind of very vibrant print and black, it's usually like a polyester blend. So even brand dresses use polyester and have no shame in doing that. Sometimes they are a cotton poly blend, just like quilting fabrics, so there's no difference other than the weave. So let's see. Actually, I am curious if they list the materials. See, in here we have swing tacks. So when you see a dress attached by like a string like this, it's actually a kind of like a crochet. They finger crochet some thread between the shell and the lining to keep it together and keep it from rising up when you're wearing it. It pretty much only has the one, which I find odd, maybe because that's the only seam. Yeah, this skirt is one piece. It's very nice lining. This is very high quality lining. This dress was $350 new. And now it's on my pattern table. That's okay. This is for educational purposes. Here you can see these 3 lines of, it's actually a mesh. It's like almost a French mesh lace. Not lace, excuse me. Like a French netting. It's very soft, very stretchy. So this is not tulle, it's not scratchy. It almost, you know what, it feels like nylon. It feels like very fine net stockings, like nylon. And it's finished with Murrow edge, like a purled edge, and you can achieve this sort of thing with a home overlock or serger, which I have done. It's difficult to get this kind of precision on a home serger, but if you fiddle with the right settings, you can get it. Anyway, so you have this 3 tiers of lace. Here it's attached at the bottom, and it's actually 3 separate pieces. So what they did is they had, I guess part of the print was just this green, grassy fabric, probably the very bottom of this, and they just cut it into strips and attached the bottom in 3 strips. They sewed it first, and then they overlocked it closed. So they finish it with an overlock. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So then I was looking for a tag to see the fiber content of the dress itself. Let's see if it's actually hiding. Here it is. Now it's probably all in Japanese. So this is completely polyester. 100% polyester fabric, polyester trims, and polyester lining. Isn't that interesting? Here we go. So this is the lining. This is the front of the bodice. The panels matching on the outside. So the lining is flat on the lining side, but then on the front part, it's a gathered sort of top part of the bodice. And I believe, yeah, this little rose decoration is detachable. So when I mentioned earlier how you could up your game as far as making your own Lolita, it's all about embellishment. And so on this dress, for example, you have this detachable rosette. And I believe, yes, so it has behind it this really beautiful ribbon, just a sheer ribbon, and all of it is polyester. So nothing special, it's not silk, it's not like an expensive fabric. You can buy this sort of thing on the cheap, and using what you have, you can embellish things to make it look maybe more expensive than it really is. So just a few fake flowers, some, let's see, this is like 1¼ inch wide organza ribbon tied behind it, put onto a pin here, and that is the centerpiece of the front of the bodice. And they put another bow here. They hide the seams of the waistband and the top part of this bodice here with another line of that same ribbon, and the same ribbon again is on the top, and it's just sort of gathered at strategic points, like where it meets the shoulder straps, with little pearls. So it just has like a little pinch here, and is gathered carefully into the bodice and goes all the way to the back before it meets the shirring. So this is a fully shirred jump skirt. You can see here. Now this was the part that was a mystery to me, because I was trying to figure out how did they put in a shirring panel and fully line this dress. So the piece here, this is the side back of the dress. How did they get in here? And by the way, on the shirring panel itself, it's completely closed in. So the skirt starts at the bottom seam. There's a channel here for the elastic, and somehow they attached the lining to the skirt, both together, and then here there's a little bit of a pocket between the shell fabric and the lining. So if you pulled it out, let's see if I can do this without harming my dress. So it's see that the invisible zipper here is finished the same way that I did today. So if I pull this completely inside out, let's see what we get. Okay. I'm not exactly sure if I figured out their method for putting in a shirring panel. So these are the channels. See, are they notched at all? See how it's not even finished? So when it's hidden behind a lining like that, they don't even serge it or overlock it or anything. It's not a finished on the inside since it's closed. Ah, here it is. No, this is the zipper side. It's really hard though, right? It's like, what exactly did they do to achieve this effect? How do you put in a shirring panel? I guess it's just all done in steps. But it is very stretchy. And also it has this embellishment on the top with a little bit of lace. So the shirring panel is closed, and looking at it, it doesn't look like the lining goes through. So somehow they must have attached this panel to these side pieces first before putting in the channels that go in. So yeah, it's a little bit of a puzzle piece. And of course it has the corset backing, which is what this is for.
Lolita Wizards. Hems are really interesting, and it's magic.
Yes. But I mean, it's all finished with great precision. And my guess is that I want to guess that this particular dress was made in the factory that Baby the Star Shine Bright uses, that's in Japan. So it's a Japanese factory, and they're called Tokyo Young. So I think they get like the really high price stuff, whereas this one, guess where this was made? I'll give you 2 guesses, and the first one doesn't count. I'm waiting. Tell me where you think this was made. It sure was. Starry, you're just in time. We were dissecting a Baby the Starshine Bright jump skirt, official jump skirt, and it cost $350. And guess where it was made? It was made in China. We just shared that little fact. I was looking on the tag here and showing everybody. This was made in China. I love this dress though. I don't care. I feel like I should move this up so that it doesn't rip. Already kind of. I'm gonna move it up to where it's more secure. So let's see, let's catch up here. Today I saw people talking about some of the AP stuff, and they do it in China, Japan, and Philippines. It is so pretty. And it's really, really comfy. This fabric is super flowy, not very thick. I mean, it's much like this one, but this is definitely like a quilting cotton broadcloth sort of thing. Whereas this is more, I would say, kind of satiny. It almost feels like I think it's a dobby. It's got a sheen to it for sure, but it's all polyester, all of it. It's just embellished really nicely, and it's made in China. So even the official brand products are not immune to being economical and having their products made where most products are made, which is in China. And that's just the sad truth. I mean, I suppose if I really wanted to start my own brand, oh, that was not centered at all. All I would have to do is sketch something up and find a factory in China and just have it made, and then I'd be just like the brands. It'd be no different. Isn't that hilarious and sad at the same time? Let's see, let me try to find the center here. I'm trying to put it in the seam of the skirt so that this pin doesn't rip at my, it's not, it's just I'm trying to prevent ripping. So I'm trying to put it in the most reinforced place on this skirt, which would be right in the hem. I mean the seam. Seam allowance. There we go. Okay. That's better. Let's see, how much time do we have left? We got a little time. I'll show you one more just for fun. I forget what this is called. It's like starry constellations or constellation sparkle constellation, something like that. But this one also cost me a pretty penny. I bought this in Tokyo at Marui 1010, I think is their little mall they have there. So Baby the Starshine Bright, AP, Alice and the Pirates, I think a few others were also there, Atelier Pirot, that sort of thing. I went shopping. I had $1,000 saved up, burning a hole in my pocket. I was gonna give myself the gift of Lolita. It wouldn't be the first time that I bought Lolita. It was just like I wanted to buy a legit brand where they had a store. So this was one of the first things No, this is, I think, the second one that I ended up buying. The first one I ended up buying was the Vampire Masquerade something in a navy blue with the bonnet and a parasol and everything. But then I went back and I wanted to get another dress, and this is what I bought. I am thinking of selling this dress. I love this dress. I love, 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 love this dress. It's so cute. Look at it. It's pink and blue and white and all the things. And then I realized that I don't think I actually look good in this one. I've tried it. I've worn it. A little bit of stain, I'm sorry. I've worn it. I've loved it so well. But, you know, it has, yeah, it's got like, I am but a human, unfortunately. So wearing this dress is super, super sweet and comfy. It's plain cotton. This kind of cotton, just the shell fabric itself, feels exactly the same weight as this one. In fact, this is a little bit thinner. This is super, super cheap, just specially printed. That is what you're paying for. So you're not paying for the quality of the fabric in this dress, you're paying for the special print that an illustrator that works for Baby the Star Shine Bright designed specifically for a dress. And they use, you know, pretty generic sort of Venice lace here at the bottom. It's just, it feels like cotton, probably cotton poly. It's lined with cotton. It's a little bit, this is heavier than this. Not quite heavy as Kona cotton, but definitely a broadcloth, just an even weave fabric that it's lined with. Let's see what the tag says here. Let's see, let's see, let's see. This one is made in Japan. So this one was probably made by Tokyo Young. So let's see. And it tells me, yep, everything is 100% cotton. So it's very breathable, very comfortable, and it's made very simply. Like the silhouette of this dress, you can see, is just, you know, there's not much to it. It's if I turned it inside out, you'd probably be able to see this better. This right now is 2 pieces of lace. This is a very wide lace that's sort of gathered in the middle and placed over the yoke. The yoke is like a gathered fabric of this right here. And then with this lace being placed here, it's just overlaid one more time with that Venice that's at the bottom right here. So you have that same starry Venice lace right here. This is pretty much all over the place. It's all the way around the bodice, even in the back. It's fully shirred. There's this rose scallop lace that's used for the corset lacing. It's so it has the elastic shirring in there. It has waist ties with cute little button glittery star button details. The shoulder straps are very well stabilized. They are also adjustable. I'm not the only one that's done this. So it feels very nice, and if you need to adjust the straps, you can. It has a removable bow that's using a pin back. So let's see, if we open this up, you can sort of see this is really just a polyester. Yeah, it's just a polyester ribbon. It's probably a 2-inch ribbon. So yeah, you can see the inside. Oh, apparently they added elastic to the yoke as well, but the yoke is separate in that it's not just a straight like U-shaped yoke. It's probably longer like this, so that it can be gathered into this section to give that little detail of proof right here, and then just set into the bodice. It has darts, so it's not 2 pieces. The bodice itself, front piece is 1 piece. Also, it's not finished on the inside with any serging, except right here where the zipper goes. This is the skirt that's serged, or overlocked, I should say. It's overlocked and just turned up on the bottom hem where the ruffle goes. The ruffle itself is finished with a rolled hem. It's butterflied, so they did add pieces to the ruffle so that it could be long enough to insert into the hem. But yeah, this is just a very expensive dress made out of very inexpensive materials and printed with a very special design. So there you go. Starry Constellation? I forget what this one's called. In any case, I'm trying to decide if I want to sell this one or not, because I don't think I'm going to be wearing this one. I have a lot, like this has turned into my style as I've become older, and so this one is a little bit too juvenile for me now.
Not sure. Not sure. Thinking of selling a Lolita dress as well. I bought it years ago, wore it once, and hated it. Yeah, the print is what counts, I guess. Although I am not convinced that it should be all about the print. I think the aesthetic can still be achieved with, it doesn't have to be a special print. Like, they have things printed with their brand on it. They want to advertise that this is what their brand is. And I'd rather have the design speak for itself. So, all that goes into this really is the star of the show in this particular piece is the print instead of the silhouette and the decoration, the embellishment. Why can't we just have, you know, our own clothes, like Lolita clothes, that has its own uniqueness without having to pay the extra $1 to have a special print on it? That's just my philosophy, I guess. I would rather use fabric I buy at stores, even Japanese stores like this, or Shabby Fabrics is a place that I get my fabric. I found that clock, like the gray clockwork heart stuff, which I still have that dress, by the way. I found that on fashionfabrics.com, and that is probably one of my most popular dresses. I still have plenty of that fabric, and it's perfectly suitable as a print. Doesn't have to have my brand name on it. Doesn't have to be special. I can make something special out of it, whether it's Lolita or not. So, Anyway, guys,
I hope you enjoyed this dissection of Lolita that I have in my own collection, and you got to watch me nearly finish this dress, and probably the next time you tune in it will all be done. In fact, if I finish it tonight, maybe I'll wear it tomorrow. That'll be fun. So thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're just watching this on the replay, thanks for watching the replay, and make sure you follow me on Twitch and, you know, join the Discord, join the conversation, and ask me questions. Share your thoughts and feelings, and be my friend. So I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and keep in touch, okay?